guys, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today what I have here is I have a couple of my crosses that I did with my resin mold. This one here, and I did put the link to these molds on a couple of my last couple of videos. The link that I gave you, though, has this and one other mold that comes with it. I couldn't find just this mold, but it's actually really cheap. And the other mold is really pretty, too. So you get two molds for one price. And I think, honestly, if I remember correctly, the two molds that they're selling together on Amazon is about the same price I paid for just this mold when I got it. So, yeah. So I did put that link. I will add it to this video as well, and this time I won't forget. I did forget the first time around, but someone reminded me, and I added those that link to those videos. So just so you guys know, there's going to be a few videos where you can get that link. So you guys will love this mold. Now see what I did with these two. You can see they're a little bit different. I added some gold flake, and what I had was I had just this gold, which is what I did on this one. And then this one, I had to try it, and I actually like it a lot. It has like coppers and stuff like that. Now, when you look at this, though, which kind of disappointed me a little bit, if I'm being honest, this stuff had like reds and purples and pinks and, you know, all kinds of colors in it. You can see that there, kind of. Those did not show up. It just showed up as gold and copper and kind of a bronzy color, which is fine. I mean, it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get the other colors in there. See, you can see that pinkish color right there. None of that showed up. So I am a little bummed about that. I guess when the resin hit it, it changed the color of the flake. So anyway, that's okay. This one came out exactly how it should have. It's just all gold. But anyway, look at how beautiful they turned out, you guys. So we're gonna play around with one of these. We're gonna do this one today. This one I'm gonna save for another day, but I wanted to get it made. And this is what the back side looks like on both of them. I did put the flake in, and then I resined over the top of it as well. So they are beautiful. But this is the one we're gonna do today. I did take out some flowers and stuff for both of them, but we're only going to use the ones that I took out for this one, and we're going to do it, we are definitely doing it in pinks this time. And I took a bunch of different things out, you know how I do, to play with. So I don't know what exactly we will be using, but I got some rhinestones. I've got this, which I thought might be a really pretty dangle on it. That would be super pretty. That's for the other one. I took out some of this lace, but I don't think I'm going to be using this today because I have my other lace that I definitely want to use. If I added this, it would just be like a little piece somewhere, which I may do. So that's why I kept it out. I've got some pieces of this lace that I cut up. Now I have a very, very small amount of this lace left, and I love it so much. I need to order some more because I'm definitely running out, and I don't want to not have this lace. I did finally find it on Amazon, so I think I've got it saved in my cart. What I need to do is I need to put a wish list together for myself, And I know some of you have been asking me, you know, what could you use or whatever. I need to put a wish list, and this was suggested to me by one of my sweet subscribers that has sent me some stuff, and she said, boy, it would sure be helpful if I knew what you needed instead of just guessing. So she said, would you please put together a wish list? And I thought, well, why not? So I'm going to do that more for myself so that I remember what I want. I don't know when I will do that. I'm not in any hurry or anything. So right now I have quite a bit of stuff. After, you know, cleaning up my craft room and everything, I'm pretty good. So I don't want to ask for things I don't need. And I'm not one to ask for anything to begin with. So that's not what I'm about. So I will work with what I have. And if something comes my way, I am excited about it, and it makes me very happy. So, so anyway, these are kind of the flowers that I took out. There's some more rhinestones in here. These are just some of my clear from that chain that Robin sent me. And I have that piece. And then these are some of the flowers. I've got some of these in there too. I don't know if I'll use them, but... and then these are some of the flowers I took out for the other one because I thought, you know, some of these fall colors would be really pretty with this cross. So I'm going to put that in there with those. Trying to keep things together, you guys. If I find a project I want to do, I try and gather up all the goodies and get them together. So also I have started putting together some stuff. I've got I don't have much together yet, but I started putting together some tags and some decals, and I definitely have this napkin that I will probably cut in half and give one piece to one person because this is only a half a napkin. So I will give one piece to one person and one piece to another. Or if I look through my napkins and I find that I have enough of these, because you can't get these napkins anymore, you guys. They are gone from this planet. After everybody uses theirs, they're gone. I hate to use them all, but I have used them several times, and so I would like to share the beauty of those napkins a little bit. So I will do that, provided that I keep, you know, at least a couple of napkins for myself, you know, for something that I want to do later, because I would be disappointed if I got rid of all of them and then came up with something I needed one in and didn't have it. Also, I have some filigree bits that I can pop in there, some leaves and some pieces that I can use, you know, either for the, you know, to as a hanger or as a piece to, you know, put in there somewhere. I thought, I think I will probably go with the brighter gold stuff just to kind of keep in theme with the cross, but sometimes it's pretty to put a different, you know, this is like a bronzy color, but and then this has spaces where I can add some rhinestones in it, but it's a butterfly, and I thought, well, that would be pretty to hang it from. And then I have some of these really ornate pieces that would be pretty as well. Look at that. That would be gorgeous to hang this from. So, but then again, like I said, these I've got, see, if this was gold, the backside is gold, but if it was gold, it would look really pretty. But it's a little, I don't know, a little bit of the wrong size, I kind of feel like. And then I've got, oh, and I did find these. These were sent to me by one of my subscribers, and I want to say it was Kim. Pretty sure it was Kim. And these are like moths. they have like a little skeleton head in the middle. Whether I want to show that or I don't, I can turn them into a really pretty moth thing with, you know, rhinestones in it or whatever. There's a couple of young girls that I work with that they were very sweet. Last night I had asked my boss if I could leave just a half an hour earlier from my shift because I had Holly here by herself. And I don't like leaving her alone for too long. And so I had her by herself, and so I asked, you know, could I please just leave a little bit early so that I can get home to my dog, because she gets separation anxiety. And so she let me do that, and there were a couple of other young girls that were leaving. That would be pretty in the middle, but then I'd end up covering it with all the flowers and stuff. So I'm not gonna waste that if I'm gonna cover it up. I've got a couple of different ones. But anyway, they waited for me last night because I was a couple of minutes behind in getting my rear end out the door. And so I told him, I said, well, I'm going to just have to do something for you two for staying and waiting for me tonight, because it, you know, at 10 o'clock, 9:45, 10 o'clock at night, it can be a dangerous world out there, let me tell you. Especially out here. Yeah, this one, no. I don't think that really goes. But anyway, so I've got all these different little bits and pieces that I can, you know, use on this. So I'm going to keep those aside, though. And we'll go through those when the time comes. So I'm going to put those over here. I am using my beautiful lamp that I have not used yet. I took it out, and I'm just placing it kind of right here on my table, so that when I want to use the resin thing, this one, it kind of moves, and I keep knocking this little container over, and I need to move it. I'm going to put you right there. Okay, so yeah, and it can go 2, 3, and 5 minutes. And that's how it works. But it's just got the one piece on it. I don't know how strong this lamp is yet. I haven't used it yet, but it's nice and clean and shiny. And so I wanted to take it out so that I could try it out today. So I've got all these pretty bits and pieces that I can use. And I'm going to leave this stuff out because this is all going to get used in the embellishing, so, or some of it anyway. Not all of it. That would be a bit much. One of these would be kind of cool on one of these crosses. If it was, I don't know that I would use it with the skull necessarily on it, on this, but it would be pretty. I mean, it would make a nice hanger, and I could just put a rhinestone in the middle of it. But anyway, I started to say, the girls, they're young girls, and one of them said that she liked bugs. She particularly likes beetles, and I don't have any beetles, nothing to do with beetles. Because I had asked them, do you like butterflies? Do you like bumblebees? Do you like anything like that? She said, oh, I like beetles. And the other one liked ladybugs, and I don't have either one of those. So I'm going to try and come up with something to make for them. But I know the one that likes the beetles, I know she would love this. So I think maybe I'll try and come up with something with those. I'd kind of like to make them similar, because I don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt. I took out some of this glitter just in case I wanted to use it somewhere in this. So I'm going to keep one of those containers out here. I don't know why I left all 3 out, but I did. And I don't know if I showed you guys, but I found in my cleanup process, I found a couple of the Lazy Susans that Jeff had made me a while back. And when you see this, maybe some of you that have been around a long time will remember these. Jeff made me these, and I told him, I said, I think maybe you might want to make some more of these, and I will sell them. This one, he put Refunction Crafts on it for me. This one, he did not. So this is one of them, and I still have to resin over the top of this one because I want to protect the decals that I used on this. But isn't that gorgeous, you guys? I love it. These two are mine. And this is my other one, and she's my favorite. I love her so much. And look at how nicely they spin. These are awesome. So when you're doing a project, and I mean, you don't necessarily need them all pretty, because especially if you're going to paint on top of them or whatever, because you're going to ruin the design that's on here. I don't plan on using this for any painting or anything. But if you're doing something, at least you can move it around to work on it, you know, especially when you're working on something like, I've got this bottle that I'm going to be doing. And that would be really helpful while I'm decorating this beautiful bottle. This is one I found. Did I find this in my stuff? I might have gotten this in Happy Mail, but it's gorgeous. And I can't wait to do something with this. And I can't remember where I got it. So whoever may have sent this to me, let me know. I may have picked it up at a thrift store. I don't remember, you guys. That's how great my memory is. And this is why I need to get better at, when I get Happy Mail packages, talking about them and showing them right after I get them, so that I've been able to say thank you to whoever bought it for me and not forget, you know, that they sent it to me. And then after that, hopefully it'll be okay if I don't have to bring it up every time, you know, because I will forget. Eventually, you guys, I will forget. I don't have the very best recall memory in the world right now. So I'm hoping to get that better. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make my memory a little better. Do little things to keep things clear. So anyway, so I had to show you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. And then I'll have him, I'm going to have him make one for me also that is just plain. I'll paint it white and it'll be plain, and I can dirty it up as much as I want to, and I won't cry because I've ruined that beautiful thing. These two will be more for display purposes, you know, to display stuff. Although they're a little busy, but that's okay. I don't mind that. So anyway, let's go ahead and some of the things that I'll be using, I'll probably be using some of my B7000. I gotta plug in my glue gun. I forgot. Why isn't it plugging in? There we go. You know, I really kind of want to use my other glue gun, because I feel like this glue gun is not getting hot enough. It just doesn't seem to be doing what I need it to do to get the glue melted enough. So I think I'm going to switch it out. This one's kind of messy, but I know it works, and it works well. And I mean, the pink one used to work really well, but it is a low temp, as is this one. But I know this one stays good and hot, so we're gonna just use the messy one for now. And I've got another one that Kim sent me, and it's a beauty. I'm gonna pull her out. I've got this one that I need to take out, and I need to use it. It's a low temp glue gun, but it's also, I just think, you know what, maybe I should just, you know what, no, I'm going to use my white one for now. I'm going to pull this black one out, though. That's going to be my next glue gun. I'm just going to start using it all the time, but I'll wait until after this, after today. Because I know Kim's probably going, when is she going to pull that glue gun out? Well, I was using, she sent me two of them at the same time. So I started out using the white one, and it's time to switch. Okay, so we will be using our hot glue, and we will be using our B7000. I've got a couple of tubes here, and so we'll go ahead and get started in just a second. Okay. The other thing that I did take out, and I don't know if I'm going to use it on this one or not, but I'm also going to add some of these to at least one of my packages that my giveaways that I'm going to be giving away. Giveaway that I'm going to give away. Okay, that didn't make a lot of sense, but that's okay. You guys know what I mean. I've been tearing some tassel fabrics and laces and cutting the laces, but yeah, I've been making some tassels and stuff. So I'm going to be pulling out more of my fabrics. Most of them are like chiffon, lace. I've found a couple of other just unique fabrics. This one is a linen fabric, but I thought I love the print on it. And so it was a ribbon, and I cut it into 3. I only got 3 strips out of it, but that's okay. I don't know if that'll be going in there or not, because I may be keeping that one for my stash, but I don't know. I may throw a piece into one of the packages just so someone else can enjoy it too, because it's really pretty cool. And then there's some cotton strips, you know, that are just from regular basic cotton fabric, but it flows really well. So I do like to, it's not like stiff cotton, it's very flimsy cotton, so it'd be nice to have. I'd like to purchase a little bit of seam binding, the kind that I use that I crinkle, because it's my all-time favorite for tassels. Let me show you guys this kind of seam binding, because I like to crinkle it and use it, you know, for bows and tassels and all kinds of stuff. This is just some of my laces that I'll use for tassels. This is a piece of cotton that I tea-dyed. And then like this. This is how usually I like to buy it on a roll if I can, but the rolls are very expensive with this stuff, so I can't really afford that. But I thought if I could buy some packages that have like these kind of little, you know, several colors of seam binding, that's okay. I would like to have more. This is the kind of rolls that I like to buy of it, and this is a gold, but I've almost gone through this entire roll. This was completely full, and look at that. I love this gold because it's a good basic color that I can throw into almost any project. And I'll take a piece and I'll dampen it, and then I wrap it up with a rubber band and let it get all crinkled, and then I take it apart, and then I've got this. So yeah, these are all kind of just thrown in here right now, but I am going to go through it, and I'm going to clean them up and get them all separated and all that. But they don't get all tangled up together or anything, so they're fine like that for now. You guys, if I had gotten everything perfectly situated when I did this cleaning, I still wouldn't be done for another 6 months. So I didn't do all of that. And then also, I can't remember, I don't think I showed you guys these. This one used to be yellow, but I painted her white because I want to kind of change the color scheme on her. This is a cockatiel, and this is a parrot. And I had a neighbor here, shoot, probably 15 years ago. He had a yard sale, and he owned a store down in Newport Beach where he sold beachy things, you know, really cool beach stuff. And I guess he had these in his store. Well, he was closing his store in Newport, and this was during a time when the economy was kind of crashing down and businesses weren't doing so great, and so he decided that he was just going to close his store and not drive to Newport Beach every day, because it's a good hour away from where we live. And he was getting older, and, you know, so he had a bunch of these, and boy, do I wish now that I had gotten a bunch of them, because he sold them to me really cheap. And these are really well made. They're made out of, like, I want to say paper mache, but like super thick, hard paper mache. I mean, they're tough. But look at how beautiful these birds are. So for many years, I've had them. I had a cabinet in my bathroom, and I was displaying the two of them, you know, in that cabinet. I set it up so that they were sitting on a little perch, and they looked really beautiful. When we took that cabinet out of the bathroom, and I decided, I've had them sitting in a box now for probably 2 years, and I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to do something with these. And so we're going to be decorating these two birds, and I cannot wait, you guys. On the blue one, and you guys are going to recognize this, I'm going to take, what did I do with it? Oh, it's behind me. I'm going to take some of my beautiful sequined lace that Sherry sent me. I'm going to use some of that. And then my friend Kim had sent me some of, I think Kim, I'm not positive, you guys, but I think it was in Kim's box, sent me some of these gorgeous sequined flowers. And I got them in a few different colors. So I did pull the blue one out. It's like a light blue, shimmery. Oh my gosh, this flower is gorgeous. But you can see how gorgeous that's going to be on that bird. And then I also cut out some pieces of some other sequined lace that Sherry had sent me a while back. I have a few tiny pieces of this left in a couple of colors. So I did cut some of the blue ones out. And so I'm going to be using some of that. And this one, I need to glue that one piece down. I mean, it's still stuck, but it needs to be stuck in the right spot so it hangs right. Okay, so yeah, so I've got these pieces. She is going to be gorgeous. And then this little girl, she's going to get more stuff like, you know, the beautiful white laces and stuff. But I am going to make them in true Carol style, and they will have my flair. They won't be your beachy birds, or, you know, they'll be my style. So, and I think they are going to turn out gorgeous. I may sell both of them. I may keep one and sell one. I don't know. We'll see when they get done what I decide I want to do with them. But regardless, we are going to make them. And oh, no. I got my ring caught on this little drawer and knocked it over. Ah. So I'm doing my usual here. Might as well. I've got look at this. I've got other rhinestones out here for this project that I thought maybe I might use. Look at this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So yeah, I took out a bunch of stuff, you guys, to use. And I just got my ring caught on the little box that I had everything in, because I had this stuff in there and it got caught on that. And this is some lace that Debbie just sent me, and I love the thinness of this. So this may go into the tassel for this. And I also pulled a piece of this trim, this rose trim, out as well. to use for this project. Again, I don't know what I'm actually going to use, and poor little Abby got knocked over too in the process. I'm sorry, Abby. So yeah, so I've got those. So anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. I know I get sidetracked, but I was excited to show you those birds, and I almost forgot. And you guys have got to tune in for that video because I have a feeling it's going to be awesome. And look what else I found in my cleaning process. Remember this, you guys? Everybody used to just make so many comments on this, and I love it. But the problem is, you know, it's on that stretchy string stuff, the pearls. This one's fine, but this one, for some reason, they put it on a thinner string, and that string is like getting old or whatever, and it's too long, it's too dangly. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna redo this, and I think what I might do is I might put these, I don't know that wire would be good because then I'd have to really work to get it over my hand. So I don't know what I'll do, but I just love this bracelet, you guys. It is so pretty, and I want to keep it forever and ever. This was something I got in Happy Mail as well. And then look, you guys, I don't know what I did. I think I got a bug bite, and the bug got my middle finger here. I'm gonna pull in. It got my middle finger here and bit me like right here. Well, what happened was my whole finger started, I got like a red section here, and the red started spreading, and then it spread that way, and it went around my entire finger here. Then it started peeling and flaking and burning the whole time. And really, really super sensitive, as if I had burned it, and I didn't, you guys. It's got to be a bug bite. So anyway, I put some antibiotic ointment on it, and I was spraying it with alcohol and trying to keep it real clean and everything. And it was starting to dry up, and it looked like it was starting to heal. Well, then yesterday, all of a sudden, I had the bump again. And now it's starting to go red all the way around my finger again. So I'm hoping I don't have like a bad infection of some sort. It would be terrible, terrible to, all I could think about was that, what was it called back in the day? Ebola, you know, it's going to eat away my finger. Scary. That's really scary. But I think it's just a bug bite, that whatever kind of bug, I would have to say it's probably a spider. And it's got some not so nice venom. So yeah, so I'm working on that, trying to get it better, but it hurts. It hurts. Charlie, it hurts. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but it's an old one. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, so let's figure out how are we going to do this. Now I did take out, I have two of them. These are two of my paper roses that I got from Debbie that I actually resined. And these work really nice on stuff like this because they're not paper anymore, and they won't break down. They won't fall apart. They're like hard, they look like porcelain, really, is what they look like. And they're so pretty when you resin them. So I thought I might even just resin a couple of these flowers and add these flowers. And I mean, you can tell it darkens them. It changes the color of the white to a more muted color, but that's okay because it kind of works really well with the gold. So, and then I also have this, which if I wanted to, I could add that in with just a couple of these flowers, and that would be gorgeous. So, let me show you a little closer up what they look like. It's hard to, you know, I just don't feel like these cameras get me as good. of a view of things there. You can see it a little bit better there. But they are super pretty. And then if I go too high, then my room is so dark. Look at that. Well, you can kind of see the color better right there. So yeah, they're super pretty. So we may just go ahead and do that. And then I've got this one. This one would be pretty resined. So we are going to take out the resin real quick. And we're going to kind of start that process. And I hope you guys will bear with me for a few minutes because I am also uploading videos while I'm doing this video. I've got to go to the post office because I have something I need to send to Susie Lamika. And I have a package that's going to Deanna. And I have something going to Kim. And I also have a order that is going to my friend in that just lives, actually she lives where I used to live. Her name's Denora, and I just adore her. And she shops at my Etsy shop and watches the channel. And so I have a package going to Denora. So yeah, so I've got a few things going out. Things are looking good. If I could just keep my sales going and my get my channel working the way I need to get it working, I think I'm getting things figured out, you guys. I really do. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to take and I'm going to put down another piece of silicone here. And I'm going to keep that wire on this flower. I'm going to do this one, and maybe I'll even do, I'm afraid to do it, but I'm gonna, because I gotta try it. I'm gonna resin those, and I'm gonna resin one of those. I've got some white rosebuds. And I've got some smaller pink rosebuds, so I'll resin a couple of those. And I've got this beautiful leaf. This one's already resined. Isn't that beautiful? I wish I had more of these. So Debbie, if you get any more of these and these, I need some desperately. I really do. These are the only 2 leaves I have. That are like the kind that I like to use a lot. So yeah, that's it. So Debbie, if you get any more, let me know. I'll buy some from you. Love you, mean it. I need some roses, or I mean some leaves, so bad. And I've got some stamens too, so I thought maybe I'd use those. All right, so I've got my resin, BS resin or Bees resin. And I've got, I guess I should have taken out a little container. Oh boy. That's clay. Where's my little containers? That's okay. I'm going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to grab a little plastic container, and that way I don't have to look around so hard. Okay. So we'll just use that. I'm going to squeeze. My friend Kim sent me 500 grams of resin because she wanted a couple of my resin crosses. So she said, if you'll make me the crosses, I'll send you some resin. So we did a swap, and that way I had a little bit left over. So it takes, to do one of those crosses, these bottles are teeny tiny. But to do one of these crosses, it takes probably at least 3/4 of a bottle of this resin. So, so I used some of it on that, and then I made my 2 crosses. And I still have, I got 5 bottles, and I still have 2, I think. So, yeah, so it was a nice swap. So I made her crosses, and that's what's going out to her today. And now I have some resin to use because I was running out of resin and money's a little tight right now, so I wasn't going to buy any more resin right now, but I may have to because I'm doing so much work right now with my resin. I have so many things I want to do, I should say, with my resin, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and get myself one of the big bottles that I can just transfer into these little ones. I have a little bit left in a big bottle, but not enough to really do much of anything. So I do need to get more. And you guys know I love my resin. And I love this resin, and thankfully it's a little cheaper than many of the other ones I've used, and I actually like it way better than a lot of the other ones that I've used too. So for a long time I just used Let's Resin, but it was a little more expensive, and I thought, you know, every once in a while I would venture out and try something different because I wanted to find out if there were other resins that worked as well, at least as well, that were less expensive. And these are the UV resins, you guys, so you have to use your lamp with these. And I don't have my gloves on, but I am not touching this, and I'm just doing such a little amount of work here. I'm not worried about my hands. I'm not going to get a drop of resin on my hands. So, and that's why I'm doing this right here on top of this piece of silicone mat. And I can just lay it right back down on there and do the rest of them, and then just bring my light over, turn it on, and we'll be good to go. And while those are curing, I will go over and work on editing my video. I've got actually three videos ready to upload and edit and get up for YouTube. And so 2 of those at least will be for this weekend, maybe all 3. I don't know. I haven't decided. I need to get ahead of the game on videos, and so I don't want to put them all up and then not have any extra videos that I can load when times get rough and I'm busy and I can't do a video, or if I'm not feeling well. I noticed last night I started to get a little bit of a sore throat. I don't think it's anything. I think it's an allergy thing, but I'm just praying, you guys. I can't afford, not financially, I just can't afford to get sick again. Mentally, I just can't do it again. Not right now. So I'm hoping to stay well here for a while, but I noticed everybody's been getting those summer colds all of a sudden. And you know, nothing I hate more. And I get it. I know why they do it, you know, but when your friend comes in, they say, "Oh, I'm so sick." And they come to work just so they can get the rest of us sick. And I just hate that. I do, because I don't want to get sick. I mean, I know some people don't care, and a lot of them are just young people, and they can pretty much conquer the world sick or not sick. But now at my age, it doesn't work that way for me anymore. I used to get sick, and I did everything I did when I wasn't sick. It didn't bother me. But now it bothers me. I can't function as well when I'm sick. I'll still do the things I gotta do. Don't get me wrong. But, okay, so You see, I'm getting the underside of these and the top sides. We want to get the undersides of these petals as well, so that they're completely sealed. Now you might miss a spot or two. No worries there. It's not that big a deal. It's not the end of the world if you miss a spot or two, but try to get it as well covered as you can. Get the leaves too. Don't forget the leaves. And with these leaves, I think I'm going to get the tops of them, and then I'll do the backs later. Like, after I get the tops all cured and stuff, I'll do the backs and then let them do their thing. And then I'm going to take well, it's kind of soaking through these leaves pretty well, actually. I just want to take and get this last one. I'm just going to go ahead because it's already covered all over the back, so I might as well just go ahead and finish it off. And then I'll just flip it over. It won't stick to the silicone pad, so it's fine. Just don't leave them touching each other when you've got them on the mat. Make sure you keep some distance between your flowers. You can see a little spot way down in there that didn't get touched by the resin. You can tell because it's bright white. Okay, got it. Okay, so we'll leave that one apart. Now this one, I've got the wire on it. It's going to be just fine. So I can just go around real quickly on these. It's much easier for me to hold them with my fingers than it is with the pliers, because my pliers, most of them, they've been around a little while, and they've gotten a little bent from, you know, bending harder metals and stuff like that, and then they get a little bent, and they don't close all the way at the tips. So I'm just going along the whole outside of this. I'm putting a nice, generous coat, but don't leave puddles, you guys. That's the other thing. When you're doing your flowers like this, please, 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 don't leave puddles in the petals. I know I wasn't trying to be funny there, but don't leave puddles in your petals. Because it won't look good. In the long run, it will not look good on your flowers. It'll look cheesy, and, you know, I have to like kind of get a good amount on there for the tops, but then I make sure and I move that around. And then I put my heavier coat along the outside of these. And if you have to, you can put another coat of resin on these. You know, once you're done and you've got them cured and everything, if you feel like maybe another coat would make them look more like porcelain, then do that. So for now, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to finish these up, and then we'll move on. gotta tell you, oh, never mind. Okay, you guys, so this is not done. Nothing is glued, nothing is in place, but I just wanted to come out from resining these flowers and stuff and showing you what a beautiful arrangement we're gonna have on top of this cross. I mean, it's gonna be so beautiful, but this is what our flowers look like. All resined. They look like porcelain. Aren't they beautiful, you guys? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get this all put together. So I got a piece of this crushed velvet, so I eyeballed it in the corner of my eye, and I thought, oh my goodness, I gotta pull that out and lay these flowers right out there on top of that because it's gonna be so beautiful. And I can throw even a couple of these little ribbon roses in there. Look at that, just with the placement of a couple of these in there as well. Holy moly, you guys, this is gonna be so beautiful when it's all completed, and it's gonna be perfect on this cross, which really deserves all of this gorgeous stuff on it. So yeah, I'm just placing these in a couple of places. They probably won't go in exactly those spots, but just to give you a little added you know, stuff in there that's going to just kind of finish it off. And I laid a couple of rhinestones and pearls and you name it. I added a few things just to show you, you know, that just by adding a couple more little finishing touches, oh my goodness, you guys, this is going to be just stunning. Absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and we're going to take our cross and get started with putting this all together. And I cannot wait. And I forgot to even add these in there. So yeah, so I put all the little tiny ones in there and didn't put the original resin flowers that I had out. So yeah. So look at all those beautiful flowers we've got here. Let me just get these all off of the velvet here. I love this piece of crushed velvet. This is the last little piece of this I have. I don't even remember where I got this from. But you know, I have looked and looked and looked and looked, and to find crushed velvet that looks like this is not an easy task. You can find crushed velvet on Amazon and stuff, and trust me, I've bought a few. I can't get anything that measures up to this crushed velvet. Is that not the most beautiful shimmery velvet you've ever seen? Look at that. It's gorgeous. I mean, I love this velvet, and I am going to continue looking for it until probably the day I die to find something that even comes close. So, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started on this. We're not going to use any paper flowers. Now, this is a silk flower. I would not be opposed to using this in here because it's not paper. But I don't think I'm going to end up using it because it's quite large and it would take up a bit of my space that, you know, I don't have a lot of space to work with here. So, so here's the thing. I'm thinking I've got this rhinestone chain, and I'm thinking I do love to make these and add a chain to go from like top to bottom and kind of in a pattern, so to speak. So I've made some of the smaller ones with even the little glue-on rhinestones that you used to get from the Dollar Tree. I think you can still probably get them. You guys, I don't go to the Dollar Tree very often anymore. It's been a while for me since I have been there. I think I went not too long ago, but I went just to kind of pick up one or two things, and then I was gone. So I'm going to cut this right here. I don't want to overuse this, and I'll tell you what I am going to do. I am going to cut it at the middle section, because whatever area is going to be covered up by flowers, I don't want my rhinestones in there, because I am not going to waste this rhinestone chain. This is everything to me. This chain, I mean, look at that. Just with that chain, how gorgeous that white, clear rhinestone looks with that gold background. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. So we will probably take this section out, and then we'll add those rhinestones somewhere else. So what I'll do is I'll take and I'll probably cut it right here and use this. And I want these, you see how it's got the V piece with the two rhinestones at the top? I want those to go that way, up. And then at the bottom, I'm going to want a piece that goes down. And actually what I might do is I might even bring this all the way to the bottom like this. But I think I'm going to go, I want it to go in opposite direction of the front. So I want it to kind of go like that. So let's back off the camera just a little bit more, so you guys can see everything that we're doing. And if you can watch this video on your television versus your phone, you're going to get a much better view of what we're doing here. So if you have that opportunity, try to watch it on your TV so you get a bigger picture and that you can really see what I'm doing. And for me, I'm looking on this teeny tiny little screen about this big to see what I'm doing, or to see what's in the camera's frame. So I don't have the best view of it myself right now. But, I mean, I do, because I'm working right on top of it. But on that screen, I cannot see real well what you guys, I can't tell what you guys are going to be seeing. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and if you guys start hearing noises in the background, Holly is playing with her little ducky, and it squeaks, but its squeaker sounds like a pig, like a so just so you guys know, that's what you're hearing in the background if you do hear that noise. Alright, so I think I wish this wasn't quite as bright as it is. I would love a pale, Debbie sometimes sends me really pale pink, and I probably do have one somewhere, but it's probably in one of my bins, and I can't just kind of find it quickly. So alright, so we've got our little pieces of lace right here. We're going to use probably these three. I don't think I'm going to cut any more off. We've got this other lace as well. And I'm going to cut one section out of this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right there. And there. And I'm going to take this and cut it right there. I'm not going to use that piece there. And then I can't get Holly to eat her breakfast. Jeff's gone. He went to Vegas yesterday. just for an overnight thing. He's helping his cousin because he needed his knowledge on some electrical work, because Jeff, his career, he was an electrical contractor and he was a journeyman electrician for, you know, he's been doing it 40 years. So now he can't really do the real electrician work, a lot of it, because his body won't let him do it. He's actually disabled. But he does go and he helps family and friends when they need assistance with, you know, his knowledge to help them get jobs done. So they do the hard manual stuff, and he tells them what to do and how to do it, and he enjoys himself at the same time, because it makes him feel like he's, you know, doing what he loved to do. And he honestly loved his job. So he has maintained his contractor's license. He's also a general contractor, but he's maintained his license mainly just because he can. You know, he re-ups it every year or every 2 years, whatever you have to do. Just because he will have that license until the day he dies, no matter what. So, yeah. And I get it. I understand. We've also got, I can't forget, I've got some of these gold leaves that we can use. I almost forgot about these. I could use these in with those flowers too. And these have like space for rhinestones to go in there. So that's kind of pretty. They're very, very bright yellow gold, and I am not usually a big proponent of this kind of yellow gold. It's not my favorite thing, but for this piece, I think it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with it. And I also have some butterflies in this yellow gold. I've got a couple of different sizes and styles of butterflies. And this one's that's the back side, that's the front side, but I still might use that just because it's still very pretty. And this is a butterfly as well, so this would be one that would go another way. So I'm going to keep that out just in case. And then this one is yellow gold on both sides. So, but I kind of like the thought of maybe putting something that's not so bright yellow in there as well. And then I've also got these. So we're going to take those out. I've got to use something at the top and bottom so that I can, number one, hang it, put a hanger on it. And number two, I'd like to put a dangle. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a regular dangle on there, or if I'm going to use some of my my fabric strips and make like a boho type dangle. So a tassel, I should say, not a dangle, a tassel. So I'm trying to put all my stuff back where it goes, and then I've got this color for the other cross that's got more copper in it. Here you go, sweetie. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was in your way. There you go. You can lay down. There you go. There you go. My sweet Holly. I can look at some of these pretty pieces that I have here. I think this was something that Deanna gave me a while back. She sent it to me. Isn't that gorgeous? can't wait to use that. So I've put that in my special case here so that I don't forget that I have it. This is super pretty. I don't think it really goes with this cross, but I am looking to hopefully use that on something. That's super pretty. And that may go better in the coppery one, but I'm just going to take it out just in case. I'm not sure. This has a tag on it, but this is a really pretty dangle. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got one of those, I don't even know what you call it. One of the beads that has like all like a whole bunch of edges. I don't know if I can get the light to shine on it right. See how it's got all those little shiny spots? I love this thing, so I can't wait to use that on something. I don't think it goes really great with this, but it's gonna go great with something. I have that, which would be pretty, kind of hanging from one spot if the space allows. I've got a couple of skeleton keys here. I love these, but I don't think I'm going to use one. However, I might, because I have kind of a little bit of an idea. But one of the things that I have here, and I'm kind of really excited, I've got a pair of earrings here. And honestly, I don't know if I want to use them in this or if I want to keep them as earrings for me. These came in Happy Mail. If I can get them apart, I will show you how cool they are. Okay. Now, see, this one doesn't have its hanger, its earring hanger, but that's okay. I can always get one of those. Aren't those cool, you guys? They're actually shiny. They look like little bitty rhinestones, but I can't tell if they're metal or if, I think they're just metal balls, but they're super shiny, like rhinestones. And they go at an angle. Aren't those gorgeous? But they would also be gorgeous hanging from the bottom of something. I don't know if the cross is the right place, but oh my word, it is so pretty. And I took them out and I put them out just in case. I'm thinking, you know, because I'm holding it against this and I really don't, I'm not feeling it with this, but I can't wait to use it on something. I'm so excited. Or again, like I said, maybe I would totally wear these earrings. Oh my goodness, I would totally wear these earrings. I wish the other one had its earring thing. Can't believe it's not there. I'm going to have to find one in that tone. Because I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I might keep those, at least for a little while, as earrings for myself. I've also got this. And this is in a clear rhinestone, but that's okay. I don't mind that. That would be absolutely gorgeous on there. I've got that piece. And then I have some of these little earring studs that are just gold and silver balls. Those would be great to pop in here or there. Abby, I'm going to put you back a little bit there, sweetie, because I don't want you to be right in the way. Okay, you guys, let's get busy. And I think what I'm going to do here, I want that to come out about like that. So we'll start it kind of at the edge on the outside of the center there. And then this side, we'll start over here, and we'll bring it right about there. Or actually, those flowers will probably come down a little ways. So I'm going to say right about like that. And I want it to have a little more of a twist. As much twist as I can give it. And honestly, I can get this probably a little bit more twist if I do like that. But I don't want it to like lift up on itself either, so I gotta be careful there. There. All right, so I like that. So what I'm going to do is, what I did was I took my big bottle of bees resin and I poured it into small bottles. I had enough, honestly, for 3 bottles. So I was pretty excited about that. So I've got a nice full bottle of resin here. So this is the part that's going to kind of take a little bit of time and be a little stop and go, but I'm not going to leave the lamp on it for a super long time. In fact, I think what I'll do, I'm going to take out my little handheld light and I'm just going to dot some resin here and there and let it kind of pour down into this, so that it can hold this down. And we'll lay that over the top of it. And it will stick in enough spots that I'm just kind of following my shape that I want to get here. Just like that. So we're gonna go like that, just like that. So I'm gonna take this lamp because it'll cover more area, and we're just gonna let that sort of set that in, and I'm gonna put this underneath it, just like that, to hold the lamp there. And then let's see, what else do we need to do? I think, okay guys, so let's go ahead and get our lace on here. I did do a whole other section, you guys, and I'll just show you. I made this tassel, which is absolutely gorgeous, but it's just way too big. Look at it, it's as big as the cross is. So I had to remove that piece from the video, and it's a bummer, but I had to do it because it just doesn't work. So we're just going to hot glue this lace. I'm going to put this piece right there. Like that. And then this one will go up here. I don't know, part of me feels like I just want to put like one small piece on one side. And then, or maybe I'll just go like this. I'll go like that. And then put this one might even be pretty coming. Nah, I think I'm gonna put this one just like that. I've got all these strings all over this table from making that tassel. And you guys, you have no idea how long that tassel took me to make. Oh my word. so much time. So much time. That's okay. That's all right. I'll live. I feel like I wasted a lot of time, but that's okay. All right. So there we've got, oh, I didn't glue this piece down. I'm going to put that one in like that. Okay. Now let's start putting these flowers down and seeing exactly how we want them to go. Those are so pretty. Oh my word, they're so pretty. And then maybe I'll take this one. Oh, I've still got this one too. I like the dark green leaves in these two flowers. Actually, they're all dark green because of the resin. This one is good right there. Yes. There we go. I like that. Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And this is a smaller one. And I think, Holly, quit. Quit. I'm sorry, you guys. It sounds gross when you got a big dog and they start chewing or licking themselves. Ugh. It's gross. And I definitely don't want it in my video. I could get banned for that. Crazy. Ugh. I'm kidding, of course, but yikes. I do like this little ribbon flower here, and I think I bought these at one of my little dollar stores locally. And they're just so pretty. Probably got like 6 of them for $1.50 or something, or maybe $1.99. But it was worth it. I gotta remember, I still have my rosebuds. So if I do this, maybe, whoops, maybe about like that. Well, come on now, stay there. And then I've got my 2 little leaves here, but then I've also got my gold leaves. And I'm thinking, and I'm sorry you guys, sometimes this part takes more time than getting it all together all the way, but I've gotta see what I'm dealing with. I have to know what it's gonna look like. That looks very pretty. Holly, Holly Mae. Boy, she listens so well. Holly, quit. Go in the other room if you're going to do that. Please. All right. And then there's this piece that I can add some little rhinestones to. Okay. Terribly sorry, you guys, at how long this takes. This is the worst part. Okay, so if I do that, and then these are my rose buds. Let's see. Here's my little rhinestone bits. We'll get those over here. Those look like dog hairs, but they're not, guys. I assure you of that. Okay, so if I do that, definitely not going to use those. Those can go in there. I'm trying to get stuff out of my way at the same time here. All right. These rosebuds and that. These rosebuds here and that one. And then we have those other ones, and we have this, which I'm thinking if it came out over here, that would be so pretty. Oh my goodness. I need to get some rhinestones to put in there. Okay, so we're going to take our B7000. I'm going to grab my rhinestone picker here. And I've got these little rhinestones right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to add B7000 into each one of these little spots. There's a piece of fabric string there. Make sure you get enough in there that they're gonna stay, but not so much that it's all gonna ooze out. Okay, and I've got my little rhinestone picker, and so we're just gonna add the rhinestones one at a time. These are gonna be so pretty in there. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Feels like I didn't get any stuff in that one. And these are flat back rhinestones, you guys. So if you're using a flat back and it doesn't have the cone on the back side, you're going to need more B7000 in the holes because there's nothing at the bottom side to grab onto it. So it's got to stick up a little bit. Got another neighbor that's building another part onto the backyard of their house. It's like everybody in California thinks they've got to start adding these little apartment units to their backyards now so that they can make extra income. And it's getting ridiculous because all of our neighborhoods are being taken over by these little apartment units. And you know, my neighbor next door to me has 2 of them. She's got the main house plus 2 what they call ADUs units. One, they converted the garage into a little 2-bedroom apartment, and then off of the house, it's actually connected to the main house, is a 1-bedroom, like a 1-room studio. It's got the, you know, everything's open up to the kitchen, and so the bedroom is the living room, is the kitchen, you know, that kind of thing. So they've got 2 extra apartments on their house. We've been lucky because they're really great tenants. They've had it for a couple of years now, and they have been great tenants. No trouble, no noise, nothing. And so we've been very lucky, but I'm just waiting for someone to do this and end up having horrible tenants that are gonna party at night and cause trouble. And yeah, I'm just waiting. So far so good, but I don't like the idea because I think it lowers property values when you start getting a bunch of houses where they're having apartments. You know, I mean, it's not to say that renters are bad or anything like that, but there's a place for that, you know. And it's not in a single single home neighborhood, you know. These are homes, these are neighborhoods where people bought to, you know, raise kids and own their own property and have the American dream. And then they're being taken over by a whole bunch of rental units, and it's not fair. That's not what they bought into when they bought their homes. They bought to get away from that. You know, we all go from our apartment to our home, our forever home, and then we get stuck with that. And that's what California is turning into. They're trying to take away homes and single-family homes and turn them all into, all the neighborhoods into apartment living. They don't want people to own property in the state of California. And I think that's such a shame. It really frustrates me. I've owned my own home since I was 23 years old. I've owned a home. And I was lucky enough that when I was 23, you know, I had already started my family, and, you know, we had a 2-income household, and we were able to do that and do it the right way, you know. And it was great. You know, part of me is thinking I'm not going to use this flower. I feel like this flower is messing me up. I don't know. But anyway, you know, that was the dream I bought into, and that I couldn't wait to have when I was, you know, even when I was growing up as a young girl. That was my dream, to own a home and have kids and, you know, do the whole family thing, you know. And when I got it, oh my gosh, I was so happy. But I just don't see it anymore. I see just too much of this other stuff going on, and it's ruining the dream. At least that's my opinion. And it's the opinion of a lot of people that are homeowners in these neighborhoods. They're getting aggravated because what's happening is big corporations are buying up properties as they go up for sale. They want to give you bottom dollar for it. Oh, sell your house to me as is. I'll pay you cash. Well, those people that want to get the heck out of California quick, they'll take that cash and they'll run, not realizing they could get a whole lot more money for their property if they just could be a little patient. But nobody wants to be patient anymore. They want to get out of here before they can't get any money for their property. And that's a scary thought too. You know, but it's just nuts. It's all going to be apartments in California. I don't think that works. That one works in there. I like that little flower. That one would go. But we got to remember, I still have my leaves and my rosebuds. So let's see kind of where we're going to land those at. I think I'm going to land one right there. Not that one. I'm going to land that one right there. Maybe I'll have it come out from there. And then I'll take this and you, like that, and you like that. Come on now. There we go. So there's what that'd look like. And then these. Good Lord. Boy, is this going to be crazy beautiful, you guys. Okay, so I think I'm pushing everything out and around by moving it around, and I just can't get the final on this way. So we're just going to start putting these down, and I'm going to use a little bit of B7000 and some hot glue. So there's that. And some hot glue. And that's going to go right there. And we're going to hold that down for just a minute. And I think I'm only going to use a dot of glue under this right now to one side. And I'm going to put that right there because I know that's where I want that to go. And then this, with these flowers, you just got to find a place where that flower just kind of molds in and takes shape. So these go really good just like that. So I'm going to pop this one in. And I think I'm just going to use my hot glue on this one because I don't think the B7000 is going to touch anywhere well enough that it's going to just stay down. So we're going to go like that. And that is not where I want that to go. Oh my goodness. There we go. That works. And then this, this one's so pretty. She's gonna go right there. There we go. Perfect. She sat right in there, and actually that was going to go there, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. That looks beautiful. Sometimes we have happy accidents, and sometimes we run out of glue. Yes, I like that one there. Okay, so now I got to get these situated. So this one, I just don't know if I'm going to get this leaf in just the right spot, but it needs to be out a little ways, like that. I just hope I'm not going too far out. And then these will go like that. And we're just going to put glue on the bottom side. Oh, oh, oh. Here I am, you guys. I'm doing it again. Sorry, you guys. And then, let's see, we've got this one and this one, and I think see, now I'm not happy about where this is. Oh, I'm so bummed. Let's see if I can get this off of here without destroying it. Because I've got to bring it out more like that. This one we're going to cut the stem down a little bit because we don't need it that long. Okay, now I'm not happy about the way that sort of fell into place, so let's change it up a little bit. I'm gonna put this there, and I'm gonna add another one of those right in there, like that. And that beauty. Yes, you're gonna go in there. Like that. Why is it not sticking down? And then you my goodness, glue strings. All right, you guys, I hope I'm doing this right here. I hope it turns out. Normally, I would not put this many flowers in one little sector, but I'm feeling this, so I'm gonna go with it. This is going right in there. Nope, don't like it. There we go. Okay. That definitely works right there. Just like that. I mean, that just fits in there like a glove. Okay, and then you, perfect, perfecto, perfecto. Just like that. Yep, I think we're gonna snip a little more off of that one. And we're gonna pop it right in there. And I have one more piece. I don't want it there. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness, I cannot find a spot to put it. One little flower, you guys. My goodness. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I think I'm gonna, I just want to get that one little last flower in there. I feel like I have to, and I shouldn't feel that way. This is when you're supposed to know to say, okay, then it just doesn't have a place, and move on. I should be moved on. This is going to go down here at the bottom for sure. Do you know how long I've been trying to find a spot to put this piece in? Oh my word, so long. And look at how perfect that looks on this cross. I mean, it's amazing. That flower really would have been special in this cross. It really would have. That's okay. We're going to find another place to put it, and it's going to be just as special. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to find some spots to add some of these little balls at. And what did I do? Let's see, they're over here. And I have a whole bunch of them, you guys. I've got silver and gold, and I'm okay with both colors going in there. So I think maybe my husband might be home. Jeff had to go to Las Vegas to help his cousin. I think I told you guys that already. And he's been on his way home. But I think he might be here. He said probably not till about 4, but I know my husband well enough to know that he'll outdrive anybody going from Vegas to California and vice versa by a country mile. He does not do slow. That looks pretty. And I'm going to put a silver one right in there. Pretty. And I want another silver one. And I think I'm going to put one right there. Here I go sticking a bunch of them over in that one corner again. What is wrong with me that I keep doing that? That one looks really good there. And I think one right there would be good. Okay, I think I'm going to leave those at that. I don't need any more of those. Okay. These, I think, are going to blend in too much. Nope. I definitely wanted some of these pink rhinestones to go in here. in a couple of spots. I think one right here is definitely gonna fit in nicely. So I knew that was gonna go in there nice. It's like this spot was just waiting for it. Well, maybe that wasn't Jeff getting home after all. It sounded like his truck, but there's a few of them that sound like that in the neighborhood, so. Got a couple little pieces of glue in there. And that just did not sit in there the way that I planned on it sitting. I just can't get that piece of glue to come off. And I think I might have to put one of those balls up underneath that to make it more stationary, because it's sitting a little bit high. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. And then for this one, I think I really need the B7000 and hot glue. It's gonna go right there. And then I will probably drizzle some resin in between some of these flowers around and about, just to give everything a little more reassurance that it's going to stay where it needs to stay. Now, we could either go with something little like this, which is also very, very pretty. This one, I kind of almost like this one better. We could go with that. But I really feel like this just falls right into place in this. It needs something right there, though. It's got to have something in that spot. And I'm trying to think. I've got this little heart. It's actually a charm. But I think it would actually look really nice just kind of sitting in there if I could get it to sit straight. And the thing is there's a clip right there, or a bar right there that is preventing it from going inside there and sitting where it needs to sit. I could take a piece of this and pop that right there, and then the pearl would come out. That looks really good. That's what we're going to do. I'm just going to drop a little bit of hot glue here, and then I'm going to resin it in. But I got to get this in the right spot. Oh my goodness, it went right in there the first time. Can you believe that, you guys? It went right in there the first time. Totally. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I've got resin right here. I'm going to drizzle that right in there. And I am going to take my little street light here. I'll call this my street light. And I'm going to get that to at least settle in until I can get more resin on it and get it all together the way it's supposed to be. Make it a cohesive arrangement here. All right. So now I'll take a little bit of this and a bit, oops, that's where I should have put that. And you sit straight in your chair. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. Those can go in there. I didn't put any of these leaves in there like I intended to, but my goodness, you guys, we've got so much going on this thing as it is. It's beautiful. I'm so happy with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. But there's a lot going on in there. I'm just trying to put some of this stuff off to the side here so I can see what I'm trying to do here. This piece would have been very pretty in there somewhere. But right now it just kind of basically gets lost in there, and I won't waste this. This is one of the very first things that I bought years and years ago when I started using rhinestones and stuff in my pieces, and I did some little domino charms is what they were, and I used those, and oh my word, everyone went crazy for them. And then I bought them at Walmart. I bought old jewelry that was on sale at Walmart during the holidays, so they had a lot of rhinestone stuff that went on there. It was like 75% off sale, and I bought several of those. They were big necklaces, chunky necklaces, and man, did they go over big. And then everybody was buying them. All the crafters were buying them. And it actually wasn't me that started it. I take that back. It was not me that started it. It was Happy Bird over at Happy Bird's Glitter Nest. She went over there and she bought some, and she was making a couple of things with these pieces of jewelry in them, and they were so pretty. And so I went over and bought some, and then so-and-so went, and so-and-so went, and we all just went nuts. We all just went crazy for them. So we had a lot of fun that year crafting with rhinestones. I'll tell you, all of us did. Okay, so gosh, I almost feel like I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna have to take my blow dryer and get some of these glue strings melted out of here. But outside of that, the only other thing that I'm gonna do, see, I have a hole right there. I have a hole, and I don't like it. And I really don't like that flower there. Let's see. Oh, you know what I didn't use? I didn't use any of my stamens. I wonder if I put a couple of these stamens in there, if that would fill up that hole nicely and make me feel better. Put those right in there. Nope, I don't like them. Nope, nope, nope. That is not it. I've got these two paper roses. Nope. Oh, you guys. There's one white paper rose, and that actually fills it in nicely and doesn't overpower that spot. So I think I'm gonna go ahead, whoops, forgot to turn off my resin light. I'm gonna put this in there, but I'm also noticing one other thing that needs fixing. So I'm gonna put you there. And this flower needs something in the center. I know it had a pearl in there, but the pearl seems to have lost its shine. Sorry, that's Holly. She's got an itch. And I think we're gonna just, I feel bad that I used that flower in that spot because it was a really pretty little flower. And it just got lost in there. That's a bummer. But it is what it is. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want a cameo. I don't want a pink stone of any sort. It seems like everything I have is pink. Let's see what this does. I don't think this is going to work either, but I'm going to cut one off just in case. No, it's too big. Okay. That works. This is just a little bitty rhinestone piece that got cut off of something, but it actually is small enough and sparkly enough that it actually works. So there we go. All right, you guys, this is all I'm doing. I am not going to touch this thing any further because she's had enough love for one day. And she's saying, let me breathe. I do have still the one butterfly that I really planned on using from the get-go. But look at that, you guys. I mean, she just gets completely lost in there, so I'm not going to waste her in there. I feel like I need some little something right there. It's bothering me. And it's not to make it more crazy, it's to settle it down a little bit. It needs to be settled down. There's too much in the middle there. And I feel like I went just a little too far. And that fills it in without, it's not so busy. Holly! Oh my gosh, Holly!
Holly!
Oh my gosh, baby!
Holly!
He's here! Did she go outside?
Oh, my girl! There's a girl! Yeah, that was girl! Yeah! There's a girl! Yeah! That's a girl! That was girl! Yeah! That's a girl!
Oh gosh.
I know, baby.
She's choking on her own slobber. She's crying so hard. Oh, thank God you're home. She's been just a mess.
How my girl, Holly Mae. How my baby. I miss my girl. I miss my girl. Yeah. I miss my girl. Yeah. I miss my girl. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so let's just go ahead. We're going to go ahead and resin this piece, this little filigree piece, onto the top of this. Really pretty. It's going to go right here. And there's a little hole at the top so that I can put a jump ring and some ball chain on it. And it will hang from that. And sorry you guys, Jeff came home and my dog went crazy. I'm gonna see if I can cut around it and you guys can hear what Holly does when Jeff gets home, because he's been gone overnight and she went crazy because Jeff is her person. This is why I need my own little dog. I love Holly so much. Oh, you guys, I couldn't love her anymore. But she loves Jeff, like, way more than she loves me. And it hurts my feelings. Most of the dogs love me first. And then he comes in second. But not anymore. It seems like all dogs just seem to gravitate to him. So anyways, Holly is his dog, but it's the cutest thing. It's actually kind of pathetic and sad because she sounds like she's gonna die, but you guys have to hear how she reacted when he got home. It was priceless. So I will find a way to cut around and I will play it for you guys. At the end of this video, you gotta stay around and watch that. I mean, seriously, you guys have to stay and watch it because it's priceless. And then stick around for pictures on the back end as well, because I am going to put pictures at the back end of this for you guys so that you can have a look at what it looks like all put together. I've got my ball chain here. I'm going to put that on real quick and then we will be done. But I'm going to say my last piece now, kind of get it get it done so that I can go and relax and see Jeff now that he's home from his trip. And I will see you guys in the next video, but let me go ahead and let me get this jump ring on here. There's a jump ring. These are the, like, oh, you know what? I can't use these on that piece. That's right. These are too big. Let me see if I have a little one in here. I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. Let's see. I need one of these. Oh gosh, I wish I had one sitting right here. Okay guys, hang on a second. Let me get a jump ring. Oh, that's not really our... Here I'm supposed to be all organized and everything. I forgot that I had to have a smaller jump ring for this. And of course they're buried. There's one. Everything doesn't fall as I reach for it. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's gone into the abyss. There it is. Get it, and then I drop it. Okay guys, sorry about that. Like with my nails, I couldn't get a hold of it right. Okay, so we can close that up. Pop the jump ring on there. And we're just gonna... My goodness. I think I'm just going to put this on at the middle here. There we go. Now, of course you're not going to go in there, right? Why would you do that? Okay. I was doing so good there, and now all of a sudden everything is going wonky on me. This was a good video. Okay, let me grab my other tweezers, or pliers I should say. Oh my word. Come on. Are you kidding me right now? It's stuck. Oh my God. It got stuck around that filigree piece. And that ball chain is what has got it stuck. Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Okay, let's just close this up. I could not get that thing off of there. Okay, let's try this again. They say the 100th time is a charm, right? And these pliers stink because I have to hold them open with my pinky because they don't have a spring in them. Okay, here we go. Ball chain in. Sorry, you guys. And, oh, gosh. There we go. All together. But look what I did. With all of that, I knocked out a piece of the rhinestone chain down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna snip that. Now, actually, we're just gonna take that guy out of there. And we're gonna leave it the way it was intended, because obviously it doesn't want to be like that. Okay, so there we have it, you guys. She's all done. All this stuff out of the way. Somehow, when you have a bunch of stuff on your mat, things don't quite look as nice as they could. There we go. So that's it, you guys. I'll get some real good pictures of this on the back end. And don't forget to stay tuned for that little slice of Holly and when her dad got home and how she reacted to it. It's precious. So anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll come back and watch my next video. Give this a thumbs up if you will. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll get notified when I do future videos. And make a comment. Let me know what you think of this. And do you want to see me do the other one in a video, or I'm actually going to move on to something else for my next video. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on one of those birds. Probably the blue parrot, possibly the white one. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what I'm in the mood for. So God bless each and every one of you. I hope you stay safe, stay well, and love your family. Make sure that you tell them you love them all the time. And yeah, God bless you guys. Love you. Bye.